Hello. Hey, happy Saturday, y'all. It's your girl, Sharita, the Behavior and Learning Strategist, coming at you from the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute, where you can find solutions for your child's behavior and learning challenges. What's up, y'all? Happy Saturday. I'm so happy to see y'all today. I got a good one for you today, but I'm very excited because I'm doing things a little bit different today. A little bit differently today. We're going to be talking live right now, but then right after the live, I'm going to be available in Zoom so that we can talk. This is the after party. We can talk, we can see each other, and you have the opportunity to show your video or not, but you can ask your questions, and we'll just chop it up. What am I going to be talking about? How to improve your child's behavior and learning from home. So if you ever had questions about this, and you want to talk about it and actively interact, then join me for the after party, okay? How do you do that? Well, just send me a message, okay? And then we'll send you the link. It's that simple, right? So after we finish here, join me for the after party. Okay, first let me tell you a little bit about myself. In case you don't know, welcome, happy Saturday. My name is Sharita Morgan. I am a wife and a mother. My husband and I have been together since high school. We're actually high school sweethearts. We have two daughters, a 15-year-old daughter, Jazzy, and then 10 years later we had Maya. Okay, so we are actively raising our children, wanting what's best for them, just like you. Throughout all of this, being a wife and a mother, I also worked as a mental health specialist and a special education teacher, okay? I've done that for years, and during that time I learned that there was a link between acting out behaviors in the classroom and illiteracy, or difficulty with doing work independently. So now, when I became a teacher, I improved my students' behavior and their learning and grades at the same time. Now, the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute is an online tutoring and coaching company where I provide support and coaching to parents. But first and foremost, I teach my students the way that I know how, improving their behavior and focus, and also improving their reading, making sure they read and function at or above their grade level, okay? We're doing great things in our program. Teaching students from 4 years old all the way up until college age now, and in literacy and math, okay? So that's my little short introduction. I'm sure you want to know how to help your child become a master at test taking. So I got some tips for you today. Now, if you want the checklist that we created for you, okay, then go to the comment section and let Hannah know, okay? And then send us a message, okay? Actually, not the comment section, send us a message, and we will send this to you as well. Let's get into it, y'all. Number one, Saturday with Sharita, how to improve your child's, how to help your child become a master at taking tests. Number one is schedule a daily 1 hour study period. Schedule a daily 1 hour study period. You know, my students, I asked them, how long do you study when you get home? And a lot of them were saying, I don't. They don't study. If they fail tests, or if they tell me that something was difficult in school, I'll always ask them, well, what did you do when you got home? How much time did you spend on studying? Did you review your notes? Did you go on YouTube, look up a video? Did you do something? Most of the time it's no, okay? So we have to develop that habit, help our kids develop that habit, that when they come home from school, in order for them to get to the next level, in order for them to really retain what they learned and really understand what they learned, they must dedicate time to studying. An hour? You think that's too much? It's really not. So they say that my students in my tutoring coaching program, they sit in class with me for an hour, and they don't get up, they don't go get water, they don't go get a snack, they don't have somebody come help them or sit next to them and make sure that they are on task. doing their work. Nobody's in the room with them for 1 hour, okay? We need to build up our children's focus stamina. So for them to have an hour that they sit down, I have preschoolers doing it all the way up, like I said, up until college students. It's a game changer. It will be a game changer for your child with taking tests because they're sitting down focusing on one thing for an hour. So set aside an hour every day for study time, okay? Now you're probably wondering, oh, I got my green tea today. That was good. That sip was everything, y'all. Hope y'all got some tea or coffee or whatever you like to drink today, because we are hanging out, and we will be hanging out after this, okay? You're probably wondering, well, what will they be doing during that hour? Well, girl, I got your back, okay? We're going to take care of that. I don't know if y'all hear my husband Kevin up here talking. I'm at home, y'all. I'm at home. All right, and actually, my kids are on spring break, and my husband took off for the week so that he could be home during spring break. So everybody's breaking this week, well, except me. But we're all in the house. We're all enjoying each other, having a good old spring break. All right, so I got you. I'm going to let you know what your child should be doing during that time. So number 1 is schedule a daily 1-hour study period. Number 2 is teach your child how to get prepared to take a test, first of all. Okay? And you can do that from home. And the way that your child gets prepared to take a test is the same way they're going to get prepared to do homework or to do classwork. When I say get prepared, I mean have all their materials ready. I mean have a space set up that they're going to sit down and nothing is going on except they're studying. Okay? This is the place, this is the structure for their study time. So we already have the time. Now we're going to have the place. What materials do I need? How do I need to be sitting? Where do I need to place my paper? Where should my pencil be? Get really specific about this. I remember when I was teaching my first class, my special education classroom class, I remember my students doing independent work at their desk, and I would call them up for individual conferences and work with them one-on-one. Now, how would I be able to do that if they all were moving around, getting out of their seats, walking around, trying to get my attention? So I really focus on the structure. And this is what's needed to improve focus. So make sure they were sitting down, feet on the floor, hands on the table, eyes on their work, pencil moving. That's what I tell my students all the time. I want to look, but I look at you, I want to see that pencil moving, okay? This is how they get prepared to take a test, okay? Studying is going to happen every single day. But I'm getting ready to take a test. I'm in school. It's time to take a test. Am I sitting properly? Do I have my pencil ready? Is my paper not all over the place? My paper in front of me. Write my name on the test, okay? If it's an online test, same thing. Sitting properly in your chair. A lot of kids have a hard time with sitting properly in my chair. If I have a paper while I'm taking notes, I can take notes. And I have a pencil, have that ready. And be ready to pay attention, okay? Now, we know other things like having a good breakfast, having a good night's sleep before. If your child is ever doing a test, they definitely need to make sure, and you make sure that this is part of their nighttime routine. I have a test tomorrow. That's important. I'm going to make sure I'm going to rest well. I'm going to go to sleep at this time so that I can be refreshed in the morning. Not being on their cell phones all night, not playing a game, not watching TV, right? But get a good night's rest, and in the morning have a good breakfast. But at the moment when it's time to take a test, everything is all about the test. Hello, Jessica. Welcome. It's all about the test. Sit down, get ready, feet on the floor, facing forward, eyes on the screen if they're doing an online test. But at home, we're going to be focusing on making sure that they're doing paper studying. It's going to build their stamina better. So paper in front of you, your pencil ready, sharpened. Okay? We're not getting up to sharpen pencil. Use the bathroom before. We're not getting up to sharpen the pencil or or use the bathroom or anything during that 1 hour designated study time. Okay? So, Jessica, we have 2 tips so far. One is schedule 1 hour study period each day. If you want to take off Sunday, that's fine. But get your child used to sitting down, and it's time to study, it's time to learn, it's time to grow for 1 hour each day. My students do it, my kids do it, okay? Number 2, get prepared to take a test, okay? So them being prepared to take a test is not just the night before an actual test. You know, the night before an actual test, go to bed at a decent time, get rest, and eat in the morning. But the moment it's time to take a test, nothing else matters. Do I have my materials? Am I sitting properly in my chair? Am I quiet? No talking. It's focus time. It's time to take a test. Number 3, create an independent study folder. Okay? So you want your child, when they are studying, to learn how to do it independently. So I know that might be easier said than done. But this is what we do here at the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute. We teach our children, no matter what age, all ages, how to sit down and when it's time to work. Okay? So if they're really young and you have to come in like every so often, like when they're finished, to change out or let them know what they're doing next, you know, that kind of thing. If they're really young, okay. But as the children get older, they should have their work folder, open up their work folder. These are the activities that I'm working on during my independent study time. Independently. If something is difficult or they don't know how to do it yet, they do their best, okay? And if your child is working every day for an hour consistently, then their understanding of their work is going to grow, especially if after they do their work, they get to review it with you, and they get to learn something, right? The next day, they go at it again for an hour. Then they get to review with you. Next day, they go at it again for an hour. They're going to get better and better and better because they have the discipline of sitting for an hour and focusing on studying, and they're learning and growing every single day. So they're improving their focus, they're improving their stamina with staying seated, and they're improving their learning and they're growing every single day. All right? So develop a customized study plan, okay? This is what's in the independent work folder. I told you I had your back, right? I wasn't going to leave you hanging. What should be in this independent study folder? I'm going to tell you what I got here, and then I'm going to talk about my own daughter as an example, okay? So in the independent study folder, take some time and have your child decorate it, okay? And also have your child stock it, help you stock it, okay? They're going to take ownership of it, okay? All right, and make sure their name is in the front of it, because this is what Maya and I are in the process of doing right now. So it should include review from school. They should always be reviewing what they learned at school. If you're not getting papers from school and your teacher, you didn't talk to the teacher yet, or you don't know from the teacher yet what your child is studying or what their difficulties are yet, because you're going to do that. That's what we're talking about tonight. But if you're starting off, okay, ask your child, what are you learning today? What did you do today? If they don't have homework, ask them, okay? So it's going to be a customized study plan based off a review from school. If you don't know, talk to your child and get some information, honey, and start putting it together. If you do know, add that in there. Whatever they're learning at school should be in that independent work folder. Whatever they're struggling with at school should be in that independent work folder. Okay? Next one is individual growth areas. So now this is where you as mom teacher, okay, because we are our children's first and last teachers. That's what my t-shirt says, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see it. But this is what it says on the bottom. I'm my child's first and last teacher, okay? We are children's first and last teachers, so we know certain things. We see them do homework. We hear them read. We see them write. We see them spelling, or they have trouble with addition, or their multiplication tables or not. They don't know them. We know we're like, that's not right. I want my child to improve in these areas, right? So now you put your mom teacher hat on and you add what you think your child needs to grow, what areas you think your child needs to grow in, and you put it in the independent work folder. So this is development every single day. It's amazing to see the development based off of what they learn in school. They're going to get stronger. They're studying. We call it right now review from school, but they're studying. They learn in school. They come home. They study, right? It's going to have that, and then it's going to have worksheets in there or written assignments. Just a sheet of paper with mom writing a note at the top. Okay. Of what you want them to do. It could be a writing prompt that you just made up. You know what I mean? A good resource for this is superteacherworksheets.com, and we're going to put that in the comment section as well. That's what I use, okay? I've been using it since I was a teacher, and I use it for my children, and now it helps me also in my tutoring coaching program. Superteacherworksheets.com. So you can put worksheets in there. You can write stuff up yourself. You can have instructions in there. Customize it. Okay? Your child's going to work on these areas every day for an hour. They finish 2 things in the hour or 3 things in an hour. The next day, they have other areas. They can move on to the next sheets. They can move on to the next things. And it's also always important to review with them for a few afterwards, so you can see where their strengths are, what areas they need a little more coaching in. You set aside some time to coach them in this area, right? And what they're good at, okay? Whenever they get an answer right, they need to know. If they get an answer wrong, they need to know and then figure out how to get it right, okay? What happened? Where did I go wrong? What do I need to know? And figure it out, okay? So this hour is going to be amazing. So it's going to be an hour of study time and then maybe 15 minutes of coaching afterwards, okay? All right? Susan Day. Hi, Susan. How are you? Let's see if we can join. Okay. Susan wants to join in the video. This is my first time doing this, y'all. I just pressed the button. I hope I did it right.
Can you hear me?
Hello. I don't see your video.
I'm so sorry. I don't. Hold on.
I can hear you though.
Hi,
Susan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome. Can everybody hear Susan? Susan, did you have a question? Do you want to share an experience with studying with your child?
No, I'm just listening in. I forgot about this until I just opened up my phone a minute ago, and then I saw where you it started 12, and I'm here in traffic trying to do both, which is probably not very safe, but I have it here.
Awesome. You sound like a mom getting it in. That's what
yes,
we do.
Trying to, yes, of course. Of course. How are you?
That's what we do.
Yes.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
We got some good tips for today.
Okay.
And the studying for an hour it's going to be a game changer. It's absolutely going to be a game changer. But knowing what to do during that hour is going to help a lot. Because it's like just telling our children just to sit down for an hour, them not having a structure, not knowing what to do, us not having a structure, knowing what to do.
Exactly.
Next, we both be here, bugging out, right? So that's what we're doing today. Thank you so much, Susan.
Thank you.
So schedule a daily 1-hour study period. Get prepared to take a test. Create an independent study folder. Develop a customized study plan, including review from school and the individual growth areas assigned by mom. Okay? Assigned by mom. Next, set a timer. You don't move until that timer goes off. When you use the bathroom before, and we have done everything we need to do before, right now it's time to sit for that hour. My students understand this immediately. Okay? So, and there's no talking. Okay? And it's tough for kids at first. I'm saying this, I know this is easier said than done, but I'm saying this because this is what all of my students coming into my tutoring coaching program and all the students I've ever taught have learned how to do is to sit and focus on the assignment without saying, I need help.
Exactly.
Without saying I need help, and for the adults to come, because the reality of it is when they say I need help, 9 times out of 10, probably more than that, the first sign or the first point where they feel like I'm not sure about this, or I don't know this, or this is more difficult than usual, or this is more work than I feel like doing right now, they call our names and they call the teachers' names, but they never had a chance to think it through or really look at it. So that's why I take the training wheels off when they come into my program, because without the ability to ask for help, you have to actually look at it. Now, I remember one of my students came in. Her major complaint was that her math teacher never helped her. She never helps her in class. I've been teaching kids for a very long time, so I speak and I know what that means, okay? So when she started working with me, in the way that I teach, I don't tell everybody, okay, this is what we're going to do, and I teach you how to do it. You write it down. Let's do it together, and now do it yourself. What I do is I put the problem up on the board, and then I tell them to solve it. And they're like, well, I don't know how to do that, and I need help. But because my coaching is customized, and moms, you have to be customized, I will know once they start working it out, and once they explain it to me how they got their answer or what they did first, second, third, right? Then I'm able to see how I need to coach them, what they struggle with, what they already know. We never know what they already know unless they push themselves to try to think and figure it out. That makes sense?
Yes, it does.
So, this is why I set the timer. They cannot ask for help. They just have to work on it for that time period, right? And for you, it's for the hour, okay? And have them answer both multiple choice and open-ended questions. Ooh, talk about a game changer, okay? Let me tell y'all a common problem, okay? And I know this because, like I said, I'm working with kids for a while, and I'm hearing this a lot more nowadays in my tutoring coaching program, working with kids, than I have before. When kids are doing a test and they just want to hurry up and finish, or it's getting a little more difficult for them. Let's say it's an assessment. Let's say it's an I'm ready assessment, right? And that's going to determine the reading level, reading comprehension, right? And they just want to go over it. They don't feel like taking the test today. They just start clicking anything. This is why we do paper at home. Okay, we do paper, and they have to explain their answers afterwards and discuss it and figure it out and see if it was right. And then if it wasn't right, figure out how to make it right. This is why we take them through all of this, because their stamina for test taking in the classroom is very low because it's computer. So they'll just click it, just keep clicking, whatever, just to get through it. And in the end. So they're not even really reading the questions, okay? So we really have to work with our kids at home on this. We give them multiple choice questions. I'm gonna let you know that how I've helped kids get really good at answering multiple choice questions. I don't let them slide, okay? Multiple choice questions. First of all, if you have to read the question and read the whole question. You have to read it aloud. When it's time to present to me, okay? Get that coaching time. Read the question, read A, read B, read C, read D. They have to read it all, okay? Also make them write it down, okay? Now they're really paying attention to it because they had to write it, and they're reading it aloud. That's twice. They've now really paid attention to the question, okay? So now, if they read the question and they answer, I think about one of my high school students, 9th graders. We just went through this. Okay, I took her through it, honey. And you choose C. I want to know why. Why did you choose C? Why did you think it's C? You have to explain. Okay, why is it not D? Why is it not A? Why is it not B? Are you sure? Is that your final answer? Right? And they be like, Miss Rita. I'm like, I take them through it, okay? Because I want them to be absolutely sure and pay attention to each question, be able to read the question themselves, pay attention to each question. This is improving reading. This is improving focus. This is improving, of course, reading comprehension. This is checking my answers to make sure it's right. Okay, building up that stamina, improving that effort. Okay, and then by the end, they start to get better at multiple choice questions because they have read it, they understood it, and they also have considered all of the questions, all of the answers, and chosen the best one. I was working with, like I said, my ninth grader, a one-on-one session, and she was, and we kept going through it over and over. And she had to, the first time she got one correct, because this was a really difficult, troubling time for her. I mean, a really difficult area for her. The second time she got one correct, and the other one partially correct. The third time we did it, yeah, we keep going. Okay.
Okay.
And when I say we, I mean I'm coaching her to keep going. Read it again. Why? I'm not doing it, and I'm not even giving her hints. Okay. The third time, she was able to get 3 right, and then the fourth, no, she was able to get 4 right the third time. And then we run out of time. She's like, no, Miss Sheree, let's keep going. We want to get over right today. I had another student coming up. That's when they get self-motivated, when they start to experience success. They want to keep going until they get it right, okay? But the last one, and we say that for the next class, was very difficult for her. She really had to think and keep going until she figured it out. And I asked her, why did she think she was able to complete it, was able to do it now? And she said, because I put more effort in. Because I put more effort. So this is what we're training our kids to do by having them schedule 1 hour of study time, make them sit their behinds down, pay attention, you know what I mean? And also really put the effort into their work. This is the outcome. We keep going until we have success. If your child has a worksheet in their independent work folder, or assignment from you, a written assignment, right? The independent work folder, they must keep going to their mastery. We go to mastery. Do we have to get it right the first time? No. But we keep going till we get it right. Guess what? Once they get going till they get it right, the first couple of times they do this, it's going to take them a long time. But now when you give them some more, material in their work folder, because they complete everything else, guess what? It's going to take less time. Because now they have the structure, now they have the discipline, now they have the focus, now they know they can't give up, okay? Now if they learn some strategies along the way, they don't figure it out, right? Right, Susan? That's how we're going to do it, okay? All right? So keep going, okay? That's how you customize it, okay? And the last one, this is another game changer. And I'm going to announce quickly that if you want to do an after party, Susan, you're welcome to join. Send me a message. I'm going to be on Zoom after this, talking about how to improve our children's behavior and learning from home. And you can click on the link and join me in Zoom, and we can chit chat right here. I got my laptop right here, so all I'm gonna do when I'm finished here is just slide over here, and then we just go and keep it moving, okay? Okay. Then we can talk to each other, we can see each other if you want, you know what I mean? And you can ask questions, we can answer, we can get it in. All right? This is the last one. This is so good. I've been doing this for so long, and I do it in it's virtual program, but they're constantly doing it. It's constant, okay? Have your child present or teach in front of an audience. That's next level thinking, okay? When they learn it, they do it, they do their work. That's something that they've done independently. They may work with you for coaching in some specific areas. Just choose like 2 or 3 areas you want to coach them on, so that the next time they go with the same assignment, they do better without your help. We still got to step away. What did we say last time, Mom? What did we say last time? That's how I do. What was the answer? What was the answer? Okay. What answer did you choose? Right? Yeah. So make sure they function as independently as possible. So now here's the thing. You have them get in front of the. This is how it really helps. My first class that I taught, they're reading SOAR, because every Friday they did a presentation. They had to read a page of the book we were principal. They were so excited, they were nervous, but they stood in front with their paper, and all they had to do was read their paragraph. All they had to do was read their page. And then when they were able to successfully read it, we all celebrated, and I gave them a certificate, right? That was like a graduation day. Every Friday we did this, y'all. Tons of ideas you come up with. Be creative yourself, mom, and think about what you want to do. But when your child stands in front of an audience, that's good. That's accountability. It builds their confidence, and they're excited to teach or present what they learned. Now, with the teaching part, if you're going to teach something, you really have to know it. And then if you are struggling a little bit with figuring out, you don't really know it 100%, you still learn as you figure it out. So yesterday I had my students work together on some math. Yeah, I'm teaching them. They're doing a presentation. They show me how they got their answer, and then they're figuring out where they went wrong. And then as soon as they figure out their mistakes, they say, "Oh man, that's right. I was supposed to do this." And all right, finish the problem yourself, and then present it. All right. So it's on Google Meet, so they present their whiteboard. Everybody can see it, and then I just sat here and I had my students, one of them teach the other one how to do it, okay? And I'm just watching. Matter of fact, my youngest daughter, Maya, wasn't feeling too good, so she was laying on me. And I was holding her and rubbing her head and everything, and then they were working together. Sometimes I turn my camera off, and I just watched them interact with each other. And I watched them grow and figure things out by teaching each other, by discussing it out loud, by presenting. So who's at home in your house? Maybe you have some siblings that can sit down, and you can teach them how to sit down and how to listen while your child stands in front and presents. Maybe you have a whiteboard in your house. I have 5. I know I'm a little crazy with that, but I love whiteboards. Really? I love chalkboards too. My daughter Jazzy told me that her math teacher, her algebra teacher, has a chalkboard in his classroom. I said, ask me if I can come write on it. She said, no. Hey, Alana, how are you? Welcome. We're talking about how to get our children to become masters at taking tests, okay? We see the improvement in taking tests after we're implementing these strategies, okay? We're going to review them in a minute, okay? And then I'm going to sign off, and if you want to join me for the after party, we'll be talking about how to improve our children's behavior while they're at home, and I'll be there to answer any question you may have. I'm going to provide you with a Zoom link. All you have to do is send me a message and ask for the Zoom link, and then we will send that to you, okay? All right. So, they were sitting, we were all sitting together. Actually, my daughter is laying on me. They're doing the studying together, and they're learning from her. I think I was talking about something else after that. But this is a game changer, y'all, with studying. Make it be an involved process. Get the whole family involved. That's what I was talking about. Get the whole family involved. Whiteboard. Have your child get some markers, a pointer. You know what I mean? They love it. They like going on the whiteboard and describing or teaching how to do a math problem. Okay? I did this in my when I was in my second year of teaching. I was a resource special education teacher by that time, pull-out teacher. And when it was time to do math, you think I stood in front of the classroom and did the math and told everybody to write it down? No. I sat down. I did a lot of sitting in that class. And what I did was I separated the whiteboard. I just drew a line down, and then I wrote the math problem on the board. And I drew another line down, and I did put the math problem in that section. So you had 4 sections. I sent up 2 students at a time. One is going to be the teacher. One is going to be listening. So one student in their section, you have one, you're number 2, you're number 3, number 4, is teaching. Could y'all go sit down? Welcome to the live, Maya. I'm at home. So I used to sit back and watch them. Do the math problem together. I used to have the most advanced student in math start with the teaching, and then they would switch. Okay? And then I would get up and walk around, just nod, just look at their math problem. If they had any questions, they could ask me, but I didn't go up there right away because gave them a chance to try to figure things out on their own first. And then if they had it right, I just did a check plus on the board in that spot. And they're like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They're all excited. Went on to the next kid, right? This is another way to help your child become independent as well. So that presentation and teaching is so important. And then now you have 2 kids learning, not just one, okay? So I'm going to quickly go over what we covered so far. And then I'm going to get out of here, y'all, and I'm going to go to Zoom where we can interact. We'll have a little Saturday discussion talking about how to improve our children's behavior and learning from home. I'll be there to answer some questions. I'll do that for about 30 minutes. And then I'm taking my youngest daughter out to the Dominican restaurant. I told her I would do that. She got a really good report to what she did. So we're going to be hanging out next. All right, so how to help your child become a master at taking tests. Number 1, schedule a daily 1-hour study period. Number 2, teach your child how to get prepared to take a test. The night before and also in the morning, right at the time when they're supposed to be taking the test, and tell them this is what I want you to do in school. It's time for you to take a test, when it's time for you to do classwork, when it's time for you to whatever. Okay, I was about to say homework, but that's at home. All right, so sit down, have your pencils ready, put them on the table, make sure they're sharpened ahead of time. Okay, get your paper ready in front of you. You're going to use the paper. If it's on a computer, make sure they're sitting properly. If you're going to be taking notes on the behavior, working the problem out, make sure that's in front of you. None of this sitting off to the side like this with the leg hanging out. Teach them how to sit properly so that they can focus. Eyes on the screen, eyes on your paper. That's it. Number 3, create an independent study folder. Let your child decorate, put their name on it, decorate it, customize it for themselves, take ownership of it, then fill it up with 2 very important things. Number 1, review from school. Anything your child is struggling with in school that they need to work on needs to be on their independent work. If you know it already because you talked to the teacher and you've seen their work, add it. Okay, put that in there. You talk to your child and ask them, what did you learn today? And how was it? What was easy? What was hard? Whatever's hard is going to become easy because that's how we do it, right? Put that in the independent work. And then also, the second thing we should put in there is independent growth areas. Things that you know is wrong that your child needs to get better at. Maybe they're not addressing in school, especially if their child's in 5th grade and should learn this in 1st grade. That's going to because they're going to massively build up that foundation that they either, it has holes in it because they never learned it or they forgot it. You need to keep that foundation strong, okay? All right, so those are the 2 areas, 2 things that you need to have in the independent work folder. You're looking for worksheets? Go to superteacherworksheets.com. Superteacherworksheets.com. Teachers use them, parents use them. It's a membership, maybe like $20 for the whole year. They have worksheets there, the levels up to middle school for your child to be able to answer, and they have the answer sheets as well. Don't put out the answer sheets. Don't make that mistake. I made that mistake before. You're like, oh, Miss Sharita, I got the answers too. Yoink. No, you don't. All right. So they have that on this tremendous site. I've been using it for a very long time. Okay. And then set a timer for an hour. Okay. Make sure your child needs to bathroom or whatever they need to before, and teach your child that during this hour they are not to get up. This is what my students learn. This is what my kids learn. They can do it. Okay. They're not to get up. They're not to go do anything. They have to be prepared for success. I said be prepared, and they say for success. All right, for an hour, and then have your child answer both multiple choice and open-ended questions. Open-ended questions, you want them to answer. Make sure they respond to the question appropriately. Make sure they have a capital at the end of each sentence and a period at the end. Okay. Make sure that their writing is neat. All these things you can do both. And then last, have your child present It can be you and your brothers and sisters, you know, you and your husband or partner. It can be aunties over hanging out, so she's gonna be in the audience too, or granddad and grandma, you know, whoever's there. Have your child present and teach what they already know. They can present just using a paper. It can read aloud to everybody if that's in there and they need to work on their reading, or they can use a whiteboard. Okay, you can have one of mine. I got like 1,000. Just kidding. I got 5. I have 5. I have a whiteboard for that. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for joining today. Once again, if you have any questions, go ahead and send a message. I'm going to go into the Zoom meeting right now, and then we will discuss. And I'll be there for about 30 minutes. Okay. If you send me a message after I've already left, then we'll be in touch with you to give you information on what I talked about. All right. So I thank y'all so much. I hope y'all have a beautiful day. For those of you who are just watching this video and not joining me later, I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful, amazing Saturday weekend, Easter weekend, holiday. If you're on Easter break right now, or the spring break right now, your kids, make sure you have some self-care in there for yourself. Wow, I can't believe I forgot that. That's in there too. Self-care. You're gonna need to have self-care if your child is like pushing back during the study period. Take care of yourself so that you always, you know, are good, you know, and you can keep going. Okay. All right. Hi again, Jessica. Okay, I'm seeing if anybody else joined. All right. So make sure you have all that together. Um and yes, I'm trying to get my mind ready for the Zoom. So I'll talk to y'all on the Zoom, okay? For more information, you can also go to my website, growthinstitute.mykajabi.com. That's GROWTH Institute.mykajabi.com, y'all. That's what we focus on here. We focus on growth, all right? Love y'all so much. Believe in yourself. Believe in your child, honey. Always remember that growth is unlimited. Peace.